appear to be in long grass. That's not exactly the environment I'm going to put them in. I mean, there will be grass and stuff, but I'm just going to, much in the same way I did the sky, I'm going to kind of do my own thing. But what we can take from the photo is some of the shadow that's being cast by the animals. Onto the plant life below. But in terms of my burnt umber, I'm pretty much done there. I think I will add perhaps a few dark shadow areas down here. And then I'm going to let that dry. Not too worried about the animals drying, but this stuff in the foreground needs to dry. Then I'll come back and add some foliage colours in just a bit. Well, now that that paint is dried, I'm coming in with a little bit of lemon yellow and a touch of titanium white. And we'll do something similar to the way we treated the sky. So I'm going to use that sort of zigzag pattern in part to coat the lower half of the painting. Now you can see I've got rather more yellow on my brush compared to the white and yellow mix that I had on the right hand side. And I find that's often a good thing to do, is to just vary the colour you've got if you're trying to describe plant life or something in the natural world. There's generally going to be a bit of variation. Now, yeah, this painting is clearly not going to be photorealistic, but nevertheless we can still mimic nature in part when we sort of create our own world within the painting. So I quite like the strength of the yellow there, but I'm just grabbing, I may as well show you, I'm just grabbing a bit of the blue that we had left over from before. Going to mix that in with the yellow. So we've got a green, but it's not a thoroughly mixed green. So it's kind of more yellowy on this side and more bluey on the other side. Just had a stray fibre on the brush there. So let's use a similar technique to the one we used in the sky. Now, one of the things that hasn't worked as well as I would like is I was hoping some of these darker shadows that I put down earlier, that I waited for them to dry, I kind of thought they would show through a little better than they are, but we can live without that and add some darker patches in later if needed. So then we'll grab some of the ultramarine, mix that in with the green that we have so far, grab a little bit of the pure yellow, and I'm going to grab just a corner of the white onto my brush. So I've basically got the darker green, the lighter green, and then just a corner of white. And so we'll see what happens when this goes on.